Kara. I'm coming to you from my craft room, and today we're going to make this really elegant Christmas tree pop-up card. It's a Cricut Access, and I added this little bit here on the corner, and that's all Cricut Access too, so it'll be easy for you to do. And this is the PC version, the laptop version. If you are looking for the iPad version of this video, then I'll link it down below and you can go there. So anyway, this is a very beautiful card. So let's open it up and see. There you go. These are new. They're in the project section, not in the image section. And I'm going to be doing all of them. So if you want to see the rest of them, then just click subscribe. Thanks. Let's go make it. Okay, here we are on your regular home page. Now, the easiest way to do this is you're going to click on New Project, which is up here in the upper right-hand corner. Okay. And it's asking me if I want, I already have something on my canvas, and it just wants to know if I want to keep it. So we're going to go to Projects over here on the left-hand corner. Because this is not in the image. None of these pop-up cards are in the image. They're in the projects for some reason. So you're going to go up here to your top right corner, and you're going to search for pop-up cards. There we go. Now, all of these across the top here and a few down here below are all brand new to Cricut. So, and the instructions are very limited. So we're going to, and I'm going to do all of these cards. So if you're interested in making any of these other ones, you can just click subscribe and that'll be easy. You'll have them all in one spot. So we're going to do the Christmas tree card, and you're going to go down here to the bottom and you're going to hit customize. That's going to open it up onto your canvas, and we can change things around. Okay. So over here on the right hand side, you'll see layers. See up here at the top, it says layers, and next to it is color sync. First, let's go down here where it says 100, and let's make it smaller so we can see everything that we're working on. Okay, there's your whole project right there. Okay, but we want to change these colors to the colors that we want them. We're going to keep these inserts for the inside of the card white. We're going to change the Christmas tree to white. These yellow stars up here, we'll use that as the gold. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is you come back over here to the right hand side, and next to layers up here right under the make it button is color sync, and you're going to click on that. It's going to show all your different things, okay? And the easiest thing is just to click on them and drag them down to the color that you want. So we're going to do the Christmas tree, and we want to make it white. So you've done that. Everything's ready. We're all finished with that part. Now, if you want to make the Merry Christmas part on the front, if you don't, then hit make it up in the top left corner, get all your stuff cut out, you're ready to go. If you want to add the Merry Christmas circle and stuff that I showed you in the beginning, then we are going to click on images. Okay, there we go. Now we are going to look for the Merry circle, and that is, you're going to do hashtag M311 CF 8FF 8FF. There we go. Now I'm gonna list all these different code numbers and all that stuff for you down below, so you will have those. Now you're gonna click on that and highlight with a green. Okay. Now see where it adds down here? Okay, that means it's added. So now we are going, that means when you hit add to canvas, it's going to put that on your canvas. So now we are going to get the backing circle. That Merry Christmas circle only has the Merry Christmas part. It doesn't have anything behind it. So we need a backing circle. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can just search for circle. And it doesn't matter which one you pick, because You just need something to match back behind the Merry Christmas. And so I like this one. I'm going to pick this one. Now you see it's down here with your Merry Christmas. Okay, it's added. And then we need those 3 lines. There's 3 lines on the top. So, I mean on the front. So we're going to go star M50879. And that's going to give us a line that we can change once we get to the canvas. Okay, there we go. Now you're going to click on that. Now, as you can see down here at the bottom, you've got all 3 loaded up. So we're going to add that to the canvas. Okay, there we go. Move those over here where we can see what we're doing. Now, we're going to change the sizes on here. You're going to go up here to the top. And for the circle, it's going to be 2.25. I'll put all of these down in the description. Okay, and then the yellow circle, we need that to be the same. So we're going to go up here to size, and we're going to put 2.25 in again. There we go. Now, let's double check that. Oh, no. For some reason, it did 2.5, so let's change that to 2.25. There we go. That's why we always double check the sizes and, and meet them up like this so we know. There, see? Perfect. Okay, now here's the lines on the front, and we are going to need 3. So we're going to go up here right under the Make It and hit duplicate twice. There we go. Okay, the first one, well, okay, that's weird. We only need 3, so we got 1 too many. Okay, this first one. Now, with the circle, we didn't have to worry about this because it's a circle, but this one's got 4 sides. And we actually want to make both the height and the width different, so we're going to have to unlock it. So see this little lock button right here? We're going to click on that to where it shows it's unlocked. There we go, see? Then this is going to be the vertical fatter line. So width is going to be 0.66. Okay, and height is going to be 4 inches. Okay, there we go. And this one, and see it's locked also, so we need to change that. There we go. These skinnier ones are going to be 0.44 width. So you've got 0.44. And height is going to be, the first one's going to be 4 inches. There we go. Okay, now we're on the third one, and again, you got to change the unlock. Okay, there you go. You unlocked it. And this one's going to be the same width, 0.44. And height on this one is going to be 4.5. So a little bit longer. There you go. You're all set. Oh, well, one more thing. Up here under the Make It button is this color sync. And we need to change the colors. So this the Merry Christmas, we don't want it red, right? We want it white. So just a second, let it load up. We're going to change the red, this to white, and all of these are going to be gold. Okay, so first you go over here, you click on it and drag it up to the white. There we go. This is the circle that's behind it. We're going to put it up with the gold. There we go. And then all of these lines are going to be gold too. And there you are. We're done. All you got to do is hit this Make It and get it cut out. And then next, let's go make it. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's put this together. Here's the envelope. It's going to come out square. Okay, and I use some paper that's a little heavier than copy paper. I got a ream of it on Amazon, and it won't, if you're going to be sending your card, it won't make it too heavy. So here's my tip right here. If I have different parts, I will put them on paper plates, so it's easier for me to keep everything organized, especially if I have a lot of little parts. So first, here we are. Here's our card, and you can see there's a score line there. So we are going to go ahead and bend it. There we go. Then the next thing we need to do is add our inside panels. Okay. So once you add these, see, it'll give you your white tree, and give you your white tree here. So let's do that real quick. Now I like art glitter glue. You can buy the big refills, and then I buy the smaller one because it's easier to manage, and I get the little silver top that goes on it. And that way it comes out really, really small, and it won't, like, you know, buckle your paper. You know, if you put too much liquid glue on something, it makes it all wrinkly, and you don't want that. Now, you want to keep your glue around your edges because you want to make sure you don't get any glue where the Christmas tree is on the other side, right? So we're going to do that. And you're going to want to kind of glue on either side of these lines right here so they don't lift up. And that's it. Now, on the inside, you're going to do a total of about 1/4 inch separate. So here's our bend right here. And so we're going to do it about 1/8 of an inch, something like that. Try to get it as straight as possible because you're going to use that to put your tree skirt on. Okay. So here's the other one. Again, just around the edges. So we don't get glue where the cutout Christmas tree is. Right here along the little lines. There we go. And you're going to do these the same distance apart from the fold. Kind of get them lined up as good as you possibly can. There we go, just like that. Now, there's your inside. Now, let me just show you really quick. Once we get the tree done and we get it on the tree skirt, when you put this on, you're going to match up those lines right there. See? Just like that. Okay? So, let's do the front real quick. And then we'll go to making the Christmas tree. Okay, first, let's get the Merry Christmas on the gold background. I'm just going to do right around the edges and anything that I think is not going to do well. Now, in interest of time, I'm not going to put all the little tiny middles in there. You know how when you pull it off of the mat, the inside of your A, the inside of your R, all that good stuff is going to be missing, right? And there we go, just like that. Okay, these little bitty R's, the little bitty part of the H, the little bitty part of the A, you can go back on your mat and you're going to put those where they're supposed to go, but it'll take way too long for this video. So I'll let you guys do that. And then you're going to, these two are going to go here. You're going to match them all the way up. Got a little glue on my hand, so let's get that off. Not a big deal. There we go. Now, what you're going to do is over here on this side, you're going to go all the way to the end. And over here on this side, you're going to go all the way to the bottom like that. And then your Merry Christmas is going to cover up that intersection right there. But first, we need to cut these kind of at an angle. So, you know, it makes it just a little bit more interesting. So what you're going to do is you're going to do like that. And then since you want to get the same angles on all of them, you're going to match them up like this. Go ahead and cut one. And the other. There we go. We're going to match it up real nice. Doesn't have to be exact. They're not going to be right up next to each other. No, nobody's going to know if there's a little slightly different. Okay, there we go. Okay. We're going to put the longer one at the bottom. Okay. Let's get some glue on here. Very simple. Oh, probably about 1/2 inch up from the bottom. Okay, just like that. If you get a little glue on there, it's not a big deal. You can just wipe it right back off again. Now we're going to do the top one. And it doesn't matter how far apart you want them. Like that. That's good. Then we're going to do this one. Okay. Probably about right there. Okay. And then this is going to cover up where they all kind of meet together, okay? So then you're going to go like this. And boom. Just like that. There you go. It's all done. Very quick, very easy. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to let that dry. And while we're doing that, we're going to put the Christmas tree together. Okay. We're going to need these later. Okay, you've got 2 larger pieces. And you've got 4 smaller pieces. Okay. Now, these are different. And I'm going to show you. Okay. Okay. These 2 have the 2 lines above, and these 2 have the 2 lines below. See that? Okay. And then, of course, on these, you also see where one is at the bottom and one is at the top. Now, after we get the 2 big pieces together, I'm going to move these out of the way for right now. This is going to be a stabilizer. It is scored right in the middle, so we're going to, excuse me. So we're going to score it right down the middle. We're going to go ahead and get that bent. There we go. Now we are going to, where you're going to glue this on is on either side of this one with the slit that goes up the bottom. It's just going to, for stabilizing. So the easiest thing to do is just go ahead and mark it right there. You won't be able to see it. And then that way, when you get them together, it won't get all mixed up. So the bottom slit is the ones you want to mark. Okay. Now these are just going to slide in together. Look, I'll do it up and down for right here. There we go. Just like that. Now, if they're bent a little bit, it's not a big deal. We're gonna, you'll fix that here after a while. But they're gonna get bent up while we're putting it all together. So you see the little marks right there? Okay. So we are going to put this. It's just going to stabilize it, so it stays stays together really well. Okay, there's our marks, and so we're going to put it right here. Just like that. There we go. And then we're going to put the glue over here on this side. You can see where the little marks are. Bend it over. One side over. The other side over. Just like that. Hold it for a minute so the glue kind of sets up a little bit. Go. There you go. You're all fixed. Now, okay. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Okay, now, you want these to go on first. These have the little slits at the top right here. See? So you're going to put those on first. It doesn't matter which side, as long as they're opposite sides. So let's do it on this side. There we go. And we're just using the middle slit. Okay. You're putting this middle slit right here over this right here. Okay. Then we're going to put this one on the opposite side. There we go. Just like that. There. Now you can see where you're at here. And these will match up here in a minute. I'm not going to worry about those too much right now. Okay, now the next thing is we've got to put the other sides on. Now these are going to be a little bit trickier because you're going to use all 3 of these slits. The long one is going to go on the big piece, and then each one is going to go on each side. And you're going to have to kind of fuss it around a little bit. It's a little fussy. This whole thing is a little fussy, but you know, you'll get it. It's just a matter of doing all three at the same time. Okay, there we go. Get the side ones in. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Now, there we go. And like I said, we'll get it all straightened out here in a minute. Then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. Okay. Oops. Oh, I know what's wrong. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to do this one. We're going to do the exact same thing. The middle goes in the longer, and then the other two slits go into the other smaller pieces. Just got to get them all lined up. Okay. There we go. Add that one in. There we go. Okay, that side's in. Let's get this other side in. There we go. It's caught up. Oh, right here. See, it gets caught up on the top of the bigger tree. It's not a big deal. Like I said, this is a little bit fussy, so it's going to take you just a second to get them all in the right spot. So there you go. There you go. Just like that. Okay. You see how it's kind of a big square? I'll show you the other side too. There you go. Okay. Now, next are these pieces. Now, this is even a little bit fussier. These right here are going to hook onto the top of your legs, just like that, okay? And then these are going to lock into each other just like this, okay? And then again on the other side. So let's get the first one put on. For me, okay, this tree is going to work as long as it's getting, as long as it's going to fold out flat. So that's what we want, okay? So this way, I'm going to sort of let it fall flat. That seems to be, for me, that seems to be the easiest way, okay? And then we're going to slide this into both legs. I want to make sure it's up there where you can see it. Okay. Here we go, just like that. Okay, slide it all the way down till it, just like that. See the little tabs out? Okay, then we're going to turn around and do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay. And make sure that that they're opposite. This has a bottom slit, this has a top slit. This has a bottom slit, this has a top slit, okay? So now we're going to slide these in just like we did on the other side. Just like that. That seems to be the easiest way for me. I've tried to do it while it's standing up and everything, and it's way too hard. Now, the next thing is we need to hook these two together, just like I showed you. So the bottom slit is going to go into the top slit. Just slide it in there, just like that. Okay. It's hard to do if you're trying to do it while it's all but it's a lot easier if you wait and do it when it's flat. Okay. Well, I'm not getting this slid in for some reason. It's caught. There we go. Okay, now you got all 4 feet in there. Okay, and now you've got these. Okay, now you need to fold these out. There's little scores there. Okay, there we go. You're going to fold those out. We can turn it over and fold this one if you want. Doesn't matter as long as they're both folded out. Now, if we open it back up again, there we go. I made a mistake. I should have made this fold before I did that, shouldn't I have? See this score here in the middle? It should have been folded ahead of time. So there we go. Okay. There we go. Just like that. And you will see on this side when it goes flat, push it down. it's gonna come undone here a little bit here and there. Okay, oops. Ooh, this one really came undone. But again, like I said, it's fussy. So you're just gonna have to kind of keep working it. These need to go out. Okay, you see how they're flat like that? Now, if you want, you can put a little piece of glue on here, and that way it'll make it a little more stable under each one of these half circles. Okay. There we go, there we go. Okay. There we go. Just a little bit, not much. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're going to check on our tree. Okay. These are going to fold out. There we go. Okay, we're going to do the star on top last, which will have those all come together. Okay. Let's make sure that I've got, now you can't really glue a whole lot of this because it has to be able to move in order for it to fold flat. Now see, these kind of came out a little bit, so I'm getting them put back in their little slits where they go. Again, like I said, it's a little fussy, but you know, you keep at it, you won't have any problem. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, you've got it square at the bottom and you've got your little tabs right here. Okay. So you're going to want to fold this back again flat. Okay. And you got everything together. Now, these flat, there's a little slit right here in your tree skirt. And this is going to go right in there and then glue on the back. So that's what we're going to do first, okay? So these other ones will go on the other side, but first we're going to do just the one side, okay? So you're just going to slide those in, just like that. Turn it over. There we go. And you're going to glue those in, okay? So let's do that. And we're going to hold them for just a second. So they'll glue pretty good. This is really, really good paper to paper glue. And it grabs on and stays on really, really well. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do the other one the exact same way. Okay, I'm going to turn it a little bit. It's going to be a little harder to see because we've got to get it to, because you're going to be kind of covering it up, but we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, we are going to get the little feet, the little tabs in here. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And you want to make sure that you get them all the way up to the score line, to the fold. Okay. Because otherwise it won't open up right. Okay, there we go. Just like the other side. Let's kind of, and I kind of try and make it so, you know, the two half circles are even. Okay, so then we're going to put a couple little dots right here. There we go, and fold those up. Okay, now we're going to hook it to the inside of the card. Now, when you get ready to do that, you make sure that you have the card up. You know, you don't want to glue in your, I mean, not that it probably will matter, but you know, kind of want to keep it straight. So here we go. We already finished that. And like I showed you, the flat parts of the half circles, the tree skirt, are going to line up right here along your white. So that's going to make it really easy for you. Okay, so let's do this side first. We're going to go all along here. We want to get the edges really good because that's the part that's going to really need to hold on. So when they open it, it'll open up really well. Okay. And then I usually will want to glue the tabs really well too. Okay. So first thing, we are going to put this, we're going to unfold it. There we go. Just like that. Okay, and then you're going to look and kind of work on getting it about the same distance There you go. It's a lot easier when I don't have to stay out of the way of the camera. Okay, so that side's glued on. And I got a little bit of glue over here on the other tree skirt. So while it's wet, I'm just going to wipe it off really quick. Getting it on that side, a little tiny bit. Since it's wet, it makes it a lot easier to get it off while it's wet instead of waiting for it to dry. Okay, now we need to do the other side. So you're going to fold it back down flat because, of course, that's what it's going to do when it closes, right? So here we go. Now we're going to do the same thing. Make sure we get it really good around the edges. Okay, like that. Over the tabs real good. There we go. There. Now we're going to put it so it's on the edge of this white. Okay. So you're going to pull it up, pull it over, match it up as even as you possibly can, and glue it down. There you go. If you still have a little bit of glue, you can just come in with a wet paper towel and wipe it off here in just a minute. Okay, that'll make it a little easier. Here we go. There we go. It's inevitable you're going to get a little bit of glue, but the nice thing about the foil parts is that it's easy. Now, here's our problem with our tree. Is you've got, while we've been messing around with it, some of our pieces have kind of gotten out of line, especially these last pieces we put in. So I'm gonna work on getting those back in where they're supposed to go. Okay. There's a lot of little cutouts on these, so there's a lot of spots for it to snag on. Okay. So we're gonna make sure all 4 sides are down where they're supposed to be. Okay. Now, if you look on here, you see this little notch right here. That's where your star is going to go in. So we're almost done. Okay. Now, the reason I changed this to gold instead of the white, because it's going to cover up all your mechanisms down here. So it's going to be like a tree stand. Okay. So you're going to fold it on all of these. Usually I try to put my fingernail in there. Makes it a little easier to do the folds like this. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then this smaller tab is the one that's going to go underneath and you're going to glue it. So you're really not attaching this. Okay. See, this is gonna, the smaller, shorter tab is gonna go under there where you don't see it, and then it just looks even all the way around. And it's gonna cover up all your little mechanisms over there, okay? So, you wanna make sure that it folds where the tree folds, okay? So let's put it in the back. Let's make sure we're in the back. Whoops, where are we at? Oh, no, there we go. There's the front, so we're gonna turn it around to the back, okay? And on the little short part of the gold, I'm going to put a little tiny dot of glue. Okay, and then we're going to glue it right around the bottom here. Very simple. Now, what you want to make sure is the fold, one of the folds, it doesn't matter which one of the folds is in the same spot that the fold is for your card. Hold on. I'm just kind of holding it here for a second so the glue will kind of, since it's metallic on one side, it's going to take a little bit extra time. There we go. Just like that. Okay, now you can see one of the folds is right here where this fold is, and the other fold is right there where that fold is, okay? So, because you want to make sure that it folds when the card folds, okay? Just like that. Now, see how it rides up right here? So I kind of like to glue it on, that's the little half circle with the little tabs that go into the thing. So I'm going to sneak in there and put a little tiny bit of glue back behind there so it will kind of stay where I like it to be. Okay. Not a big deal, just a little bit. Okay. And then do the same on this side. Just because I like the tree stand to kind of stay where it's at. Okay, there we go. Now, there we go, just like that. Okay, now the last thing, and the only thing we have left to do is the star. Now, we've got it right side up. Okay, so you see how these are still bent a little bit. It's not a big deal. The star is going to fix that. Okay, so let me get my star pieces here. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing. As you can see, you see the little tiny notch at the end? That's what's going to go on the tree. But first we're going to put these two together. We're going to slide them through just like we usually do, like we've done everything else. There we go. Now you got your nice 3D star there. And then there's a notch in there, and that is going to go right in this notch. Okay. And actually, I am going to fit it, and then I'm probably going to put a little tiny, tiny piece of glue. It's not going to keep the star from moving when it folds, but it will keep it from falling off just because, you know, you don't want it falling off, right? So the little notch under here is going to go right into that little notch right there. There we go, just like that. Okay, and there you go. Look at that. You did it. Look how easy that was. So easy. And now look at how pretty that is. Once you get your insides of your letters done, and you want to make sure on your star that it's far enough down that it's not going to stick out the side of your card. That's your problem. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem there. And you know what? There we go. So there. See how mine's sticking out just a little tiny bit? I didn't push it far enough down. So you're just going to push it a little bit farther down, and you are good to go. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. You did a great job. Look, and you're done. Quick and easy. Thanks. And if you want to do some more pop-up cards, the kids love them, and cards are so expensive now, then just hit subscribe. And if you hit the little bell thing, it'll let you know when I have a new video out, and you can make more beautiful cards. You guys have a great rest of the day.